I came in the world crying and fussing. Nigga, we ain't have nothing. Every ghetto, I know the same. We tryna make a little change. Preacher man come around talking. I don't wanna hear it, keep walking. I'ma put the powder in the pot. Whip it till I'm pulling off a lot. Imagine when I pull it off the lot. The new shit come without a top. Once I'm on, I ain't never gonna stop. Bitch, I'm on, I ain't never gonna stop. Hey, came in the game getting money. Flipping chicks, whip, get money. Niggas get to playing with the money. Click bang for the money, shit change over money. They love to see a nigga on the bottom. Catch a come up, gotta keep it on the low. A nigga plug, bless a nigga with a hoe. Wanna break the bitch down in the 36 hoes. Look at here, bitch, I'm A-OK. Shawty won't fuck with me. Stripping you the jigging and lady, she gon' hit my line. We ain't gon' waste no time. She sucking and we fucking like she need me. But she make a bankroll easy. All the light in the room from the TV. We getting it on, then I'm gone. It's the type of shit that a nigga be on. Too much on my mind right now. I'm on the grind right now. Looking for me, sucker, then I need to be found right now. I got my 9 right now. Bitch, I blow your mind right now. I ain't fucking round right now. Better get in line right now. I'll fuck around and die right now. Hope you understand that.
Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man.
I'm a bona fide grade A hustler. Hey, one day when they can't touch it. Nigga like me, I be with the shit. Try and stick me, I'ma get you hit. Yeah, you know just how I get down. Bad bitches around. They smoking and they drinking and I'm thinking it could all work out. Seen your bitch back blown out. There's never nothing personal, believe me. Fuck around, your bitch don't wanna leave me. She talking about taking flights tonight when I'm out of town, out around. She want me to fly in to put it down. It's nothing to a real nigga, had that ass flying in first class. Cause you seem to be regular, she don't want nothing regular. Turn me on when she talks Spanish, that fat ass. You know I wanna get with it, so later let's get it. Too much on my mind right now. I'm on the grind right now. Looking for me, sucker, then I need to be found right now. I got my 9 right now. Bitch, I blow your mind right now. I ain't fucking round right now. Better get in line right now. I'll fuck around and die right now. Hope you understand that.
Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man.
Yo, what's good? Who with me? Who here with us today? Let me know. Put your hands in the air. I tell you what, hit the like. You don't have to hit the like because everybody won't like what I'm saying. Everybody doesn't like the show. They just here for critical and crucial reasons. They're not necessarily here because they love it. I don't mind. I'm third gear. I call myself third gear. Everybody stuck. Some stuck in neutral. Some stuck in first gear, second gear. I think I'm third gear right before you get. You're going to go one way or the other. You go fast or slow. You're going to back down. You're going to gear down or you're going to gear up. One or the other. Got a couple things to talk about today. It's a short show. Twin, I dedicate this show to you. I started the show off on some grimy. You the one who say grimy. I'm grimy. I'm the grimy podcast or the grimy show of the day. So I dedicate the foul language. Every bad word that I say today, it's twin type energy. I'm sorry. I may not say a bad word, but I show didn't start out right with the intro song. I'm I'm in that mode. Y'all know that my intro songs say a lot about how I'm feeling for the day, and that's what it is. Ross Freeman, I'm going to dedicate half of the show to you because you tagged me today. Mama Birch, I'm going to dedicate a quarter of the show to you because you said you got to put your headphones on. And I don't want to embarrass you. I do apologize for the music to you, Mama Birch. I do apologize. I haven't seen you in a while, and this is not how we supposed to bounce back. Me talking foul and all that old stuff today, but I'll do the best I can. And I think, who else was that? I seen a comment on my way coming in. I think it was Jerica. Jerica said, let me make sure I get this right. My bad. Hold on. Jerica said, I shared the show. I hope I don't regret it. Something to that nature. I can't find the post, but I can't find the music or the post in there, but I seen it. I'm just paraphrasing of what it was. I'm trying to find it. So bear with me. All right. Yeah, it was something to that nature. Stephanie Hyde, I thank you, sis. That's my cousin. I appreciate you. Oh, there, Jerica said, hi, y'all, sharing the show. I hope I don't regret it. Here we go. I hope you don't regret it either, but I appreciate you sharing the show. I don't know I don't know what I feel or how I could pass, what I could say to make people regret sharing the show. I mean, I think that having differences of opinions and somebody liking what I say and hating what I say, I think that makes things healthy. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Hey, I apologize for Friday. Friday, I was in my feelings. Friday, I didn't want to do this. Friday, it was one of them days, I could sit here and lie and make up something and say I was working overtime. Y'all know I was in Florida. I could lie, but I ain't got time for this shit every day. This is my therapy. And I'll be honest with you. If I had to sit down with a doctor and speak, talk my problems and talk about the things that I talk about, I wouldn't go see him all the time. I wouldn't go see him or her every time I'm appointed. My appointment, I wouldn't go every time. I wouldn't go because I know that, we get burned out. We get tired of these things. Donna says she's most likely talking about other people. Maybe so. I understand. I understand what people say. Like, I remember what, I forgot who it was. Church lady who said, I can't share the show because of the language. I get it. I was just giving her a hard time. I was giving her a hard time. I understand how things can be brutal. I understand that they can be brutal. Some of the things that we say, twin activation, twin activation language. That's what I call it. He will power boost up foul language. I'm not the greatest in the world. I do the best I can to try to keep it reasonable. I try not to say many cuss words, so I apologize when I do. However, that's why I have the parental advisory up top for those that have young ones listening to the show, or have, church folk or whoever, your family, your mother-in-law or your mother, and they, I'll take all the blowback from the bad language. It falls on me. I decide who talks, who speaks, and I decide what comes out of my mouth. So how was everybody's weekend? I had a great weekend. I got back late last night. I had appointments this morning in Cincinnati. So that allowed me to, start my day off kind of regular. I didn't do my run this morning. I had an amazing, relaxing weekend. And for everything inside of me, I really wanted to come on Friday. I didn't have the energy. And I was going to tell you guys, and I know everybody knows because I've been reading all the information in the y'all going crazy. I just never knew that men talk to each other like that. That's so, like, I don't really rock like that, fellas. Like that, if y'all don't mind, can y'all kind of DM each other on that type of conversation? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Can y'all DM each other when y'all had them type of words with each other? Because I don't like, we got women in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, I wouldn't even like it if y'all was telling women to do shit like that on here. Let alone each other. You know what I'm saying? The shit is kind of foul to me. That's just me. I've never been the type of guy, like, even when I was a kid, You know what I'm saying? When you growing up, we used to hear some crazy shit with the dude with the perm and the pleather jackets and shit. And they'd be like, nigga, my thing, all that old, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never was a fan of men telling men to do things that that are sexual acts. That just shit is just foul to me. I never told a dude, I ain't never told a dude to kiss my ass. That's just way too over there for me. Like, I ain't never told, I might have told a woman, like, shut up, girl, kiss my ass. I don't even can't even remember when I told to do that. In a nice way and a bad way. I can't remember. Don't think I've ever done it. But I know for sure I ain't never told a dude. I ain't never even I ain't never told a dude kiss my ass. I ain't never did that. And I certainly ain't never, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be rude or nasty this is not the topic. I'm just saying, y'all DM each other on that shit like that. Y'all know that. Don't bring it up, please. I'm trying to get away from the energy that Twin says that my podcast is. I'm sorry. Twin say shit like, well, I'm going over to the Real Ninja podcast. I don't want that rep. I'm a much more polished guy than that away from this. Some of y'all know that for sure. Some of you see me in the street and think that I'm on some other type Jerry Springer type shit because of what you see here on the podcast. But if you know me in real life, you know how I roll. I'm a polished guy. I run a really good operation. So this podcast has given me somewhat of a different reputation. Oh my God. I don't want the rep for what other people say. I don't want the reputation of being like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Jerry Springer used to have trailer park people in there having babies with their uncles and shit, that don't mean that he has babies with his niece. The conversations may have went on and all that, but that don't mean Jerry Springer lived like how his guests were living. So I would rather not be the guy that's known for the, I don't know. And as I say that, I'm probably going to blow somebody away with some of the things that I say today, because of course I am going to speak my mind. Okay. Of course I'm going to speak my mind. Now that doesn't mean that I'm disrespectful, but some people take things that you disagree with, in a disrespectful way. It could be my tone. It could be, my voice tone. It could be, the approach that I take to the point. It could be anything, but granted, family, I have never created a show on this platform that was meant to be disrespectful. Now, if the truth is being disrespectful, then damn it, I'm the most disrespectful person you ever gonna meet on a podcast. Because I know a lot about some people that y'all just don't know about. They your leaders. They're not really leaders. They're managers. I'm gonna stop calling these jokers leaders. Leaders make differences, and leaders take chances, and leaders make things better for you. Managers just manage the situation and put themselves in the pot. And you see them as leaders, but they ain't changing nothing. They just want to be the head in charge. I heard a lot of it today. Roz Freeman tagged me. This is why I know, and I hate to say this, Roz tagged me today. I'm going to get this in before I start talking about that other shit, because here's what's going on. Y'all can't wait for me to go in on this presidential race thing and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say what I want to say first, get that off my chest. So you have to hear it. So you have to hear it. Now, of course, we all know that President Joe Biden, I've never attacked Joe Biden for his age. Joe Biden is not too old to be running. He ain't no different than he was 3.5 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? He's no different. Y'all just ain't been able to see the shit that some people have seen over the last 3.5, 4, 5 years. You just ain't been around it. They didn't want you to see it. But then as soon as certain people in his own party was saying, hey, it's time for Joe to go. Joe Biden didn't want to leave office. All right. He wants to run for president again. It's just his boss, the coach put him on the bench because the team owner told him, we're not renewing his contract. Now, y'all might not understand. There's some people on here that understand that analogy. Joe Biden was just a team player. He was just a player on the team. But the truth of the matter is the coach put his ass on the bench with the COVID. Put him on the bench with COVID because the team owner, the elites, said it's over. We're not doing this. That same team owner put him in a debate against former President Trump to make him look bad. They knew Joe wasn't ready. They came out with excuses talking about some Joe Biden was overseas. Joe Biden been home 12 to 15 days before that debate. Spent 7 days relaxing and chilling, getting ready for the debate. In that, where was that? Where did he go? He went to one of his beach homes. He went, I think it was, I don't know. I don't know which one he went to, but he went to one to prepare for a debate 7 days out. And you're going to tell me jet lag got him? Stop playing. I've been through some jet lag a few times in my life. It don't take 2 weeks, or it don't even take a week. It don't take no 12 days to get over jet lag. So, the bottom line is whoever wants to believe whatever they want to believe, feel free to believe it. I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I've always given my perspective. I thought that Joe Biden was a very nice guy, for whatever you want to call a politician. I've heard him say some things that I didn't respect as a black man. Now, I don't like to play the black and white card and all that, but the truth of the matter is, some of the things that he said just don't ring. It just doesn't resonate with me. I didn't like it. However, I know how they just did him. And what did I tell y'all on Thursday? Joe Biden don't have no damn COVID. He's negotiating his buyout. Who gonna make sure my son Hunter beat these cases? Well, he may not beat him because he's already been convicted, but who's gonna pardon him? We got to get all this shit squared away before I say I'm dropping out. And y'all know it. And I said it on Thursday. And that's why I wanted to come in on Friday, because I was going to say on Friday, I don't think Joe Biden's going to make it past the weekend. And of course, there's a lot of people that don't like that. They don't like the fact that I would say something like that. And then they would hate even more that it's accurate. So I was listening. Roz Freeman, I believe it was either Roz or Twin, because they tend to tag me a lot when it comes to the radio locally. And I'll get back to the Biden and Harris thing. I'm gonna wait for some more people to get in, because I have a channel that's down and I just restored it just now as I was talking. And yeah, it's starting to build up now. On the other side is X. I'm just trying to wait for them to get in. But I'm gonna go into some local. Most of my X, that sounds crazy. Most of the people that follow us on X are from out of state, out of town, not in Cincinnati. So while I'm waiting for that to build up, while I'm watching the count over there, what I'm going to do is I'll talk a little bit of local stuff, because they don't really follow our local problems. They don't talk about the local stuff that often. They want to talk about the national stuff. I got tagged in a conversation today. I got to say something about it. Two things that were going on today on the radio that I would like to address. I think when you bring the mayor in, you're going to get certain type of conversation that's geared towards black folks. And I think, quite frankly, I told y'all he's my favorite mayor of Cincinnati ever. Aftab is my favorite mayor. I don't say that to be sarcastic. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I really think that he's a good guy. I think he's a nice fella. I think what he does is he comes over and patronizes the black community, and he kind of says what y'all want to hear versus what needs to happen. How I know that to be a fact is, it's funny how you have the mayor on, and then after the mayor, you have black folks coming on talking about how the city is tearing down their businesses and forcing them out and making them move. I don't understand the combination. How do you make this shit make sense? How do you have everybody in city council and your mayor? How do you have the powers to be of your city in position? And then you have black folks coming in talking about they displacing us. They're tearing our bill. They're making us move. They're taking our licenses. They're doing this. They're doing that. Somebody make that shit make sense to me. Or do we have goldfish memory? Y'all know that the goldfish, I don't know if y'all know this. You can look it up. Goldfish have a memory of 15 seconds. That's why they always getting eaten. Fish alone have a 15-second memory. That's why they don't know any better. That's why they catch the bait, eat it, and get drug up to the surface and get put in a pan to be fried and cooked, because they have a 15-second memory. How do you have the mayor in, and and you got everything you voted for. You got all the powers to be. You got the mayor, you got all the city council, everybody look like you. And I said it was going to be, who remember this? Y'all can't stand it when I say that. Who remember me telling you? It don't matter who you get in there. It's going to be business as usual. I just want to know if you're going to have the same energy towards the people that you put in there. How do you have that? Now, I'm not saying that what's happening is not real, but how do you make it make sense that you voted everybody in that you wanted? It looks the way you want it to look, but it's functioning the same way it's always been functioning. Somebody make that make sense to me. How do you say that the city, first of all, let's get to the they. Who in the hell is the they? Somebody tell me who the they is. We always coming to the table. We always coming to a platform, and we always talking about they. Who is they? Who is it? I know a couple administrations ago who they were. I know who it was. A few other administrations from that was they. I always know who you mean when you say they. But how can you say they and they are in the positions of power right now? Make that make sense, they. Let me tell y'all something what I heard today. J-Rod. I ain't got no problems with J-Rod. Met him a few times. He's a local entrepreneur. Him and I have sat down. We talked a few times in passing. My office is down the street from where his business used to be. He's a good look. He's half my age, little over half my age. So we ain't never hanging out. We ain't never doing none of that. He has his lane. He has his lane of business in the city of Cincinnati. He's actually a pretty good guy. Okay. I'm just telling you, he ain't never backdoored me. He's never done anything that I felt was, disrespectful. I've heard some things, but I don't care what I hear. I pay attention to what they do. He said something today that was so important that a lot of people wouldn't even be able to understand. They wouldn't even be able to carry this. What is it called? The Soul City? Soul City? What? Somebody put it in the screen because I don't know exactly what it is that it's like a Soul City music fest or something of that nature. Can somebody put that in the screen for me so I'll know what it is? You know how I am. I probably can't make a good thought until I see the name of what his event is called. Soul City Classic, Cincy Soul. Thank you, DC. I don't know how old he is, Tracy. I'm assuming he's probably 30. I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's a risk taker. He's a leader. He makes differences. Cincy Soul Fest. Thank you, Flo. Thank you, y'all. Let me tell you what he said. Now, I don't know all the logistics of what's going on. I know doers and I know people that just talk a lot of doing shit. He's obviously a doer. He's been doing shit since I've known him. Okay. Here's the difference between people. He's only talking to a fraction of people when he tell you his problems or tell you what's going on. He said that he gets a budget from the city normally of $25,000 to do his event. Not a lot of money, not for what he brings. Here's the most important thing that let me know that this dude 100 about this shit. He says what I've always been saying. He said, whatever they give me, I match. I put my money up with it. See, a lot of people can't say that. A lot of people don't do that so they can't say it. And he says something else. He says, Cincinnati's been supporting me for 20 years. So this is how I give back. And I don't make any money for this. You see, you don't hear too many people that say shit like that. Game recognized game. He's not lying. If you ever do anything and you're like, oh, he's in his mid 40s, well, shit, I take that half my age back then, Tracy. I take that back. If you've ever put your money up on something, if you've ever done anything other than sat back and listen to other people talk about it and then you have your doubts, fall back and learn from that young man. Okay, fall back and learn, because one thing that he said is, I put my money up, I do this, I do that, do this, I don't make any money on this, and then I got to carry all the problems. I got to carry all the problems. This is what a lot of y'all don't understand. It's tough doing what he do. It's tough doing what we do. I used to do the same thing. I stopped doing it because it falls on unappreciative people. Yeah, y'all can say whatever you want to say. I bet he probably won't say this out loud. But y'all know me. I don't have no damn chill. You doing some shit for people for free, and they have lack of appreciation for it, and they attack you. People want to run your name through mud. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. This dude putting up his own money to make sure people in his community could at least get their business out there. Now, like I said, I don't know all the logistics of how he do this shit, right? I don't know. I mean, I've been in promotions for 20 years of my life. I could probably put it together myself. To be honest with you, when he was saying what he was saying about them cutting his budget from 25,000 to 5,000, I was going to call him. His number's in my phone. And I was going to say, bro, look, bro, let's go ahead and do what you need to do. But you know why I didn't do that? Because Randall tapped me on the shoulder. Randall tapped Wyatt on the shoulder and said, bro, do you know who he's doing that for, bro? Like, you know that you're going to burn. You might as well just set your money on fire. You might as well set your money on fire because you're about to be disrespected, and don't let something happen where they give you get some room where they can talk about you. I had to think about it because for 7 or 8 years of my life, I was doing the same thing in the city of Cincinnati, providing something for people, providing opportunities for fighters, providing opportunities for people to come in and make money, get on a stage, do some things that they've been dreaming of doing. I was taking losses, and I was always the bad guy. Terry Coleman said he hitting 50 this year. Hitting 50 this year, but you ain't heard it from me. Well, it's kind of hard to say we ain't hear from you, Terry. You didn't put the shit on the record. All right. I don't know. Does his age matter at this point? Maybe he's talking about himself. I don't know. I doubt it. He's talking about somebody we talking about. But this is why a lot of people, if what he was doing was so easy, if doing these Soul City Classics or Soul City festivals, putting your money up, getting some grant money from the city, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Everyone would do it. Oh yeah, there's plenty of money in that. If it was so easy to throw fights and be a professional promoter because everybody think because you got a packed house, you're making money. If it was so easy, why isn't everyone doing it? Because it's not easy. And what's the hardest part is once you start getting traction and you start doing it and it becomes a little bit easier, you still got to deal with the frustration of dealing with your people. Your people be the biggest problem. Because you got so many class clowns. You got so many guys that can't wait to get their Chris Rock on. They can't wait to make jokes. They can't wait to tell people that you don't know what you're doing. They can't wait to tell people some derogatory shit about you. And them be the major ones that ain't doing shit themselves. I respect J-Rod. This ain't no street shit. This ain't got nothing to do with no street shit, no club shit, none of that. I respect the fact that he reaches out to the community of Cincinnati. He doesn't have to do it. He don't have to battle the community and battle the city. Now, he might not say this shit, but I'll say it. He'll tell you some of the hardest things of being successful in your city is your city itself. Now, let me get to what I heard today on the radio because I know somebody who just chimed in probably know what I'm about to say is so true. So true that it makes me feel comfortable. I don't need co-signers, but I do like to speak to ears that know what I'm saying is true versus people that got to figure out, is he saying what he's saying? Is that true? Or he's just hating on this dude? Let's get this PSA out. I'm pretty much done in my career of what I do. I'm pretty much chilling. I'm a chill dude. I don't want no beef. I don't need no smoke. But at the same time, I ain't afraid of it. I don't need people for me to finish out my little short life. I got more yesterdays than I have tomorrows. And none of the people that I speak about can change that for me. They can't change my life. My life is already lived and I'm on chill and I'm about to retire. I'm done. So now let me bring it to you. What I heard on the radio today was crazy. Crazy. Let's talk about the TVs at the stadium. That's one thing. Thank you, William M. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you on YouTube. Why do we always find something to bitch about? I know we want, y'all got to understand, there's a lot of new people here today because they waiting for me to talk about certain things. There's a lot of new people. So I'm going to give you me first before I start talking about the shit that you really want to talk about. I'm going to give you me. And if you don't like it, you can come back or whatever. But why do we always have to? Do you think it was orchestrated that the stadium purposely cut off the TVs when they're under construction? You think they said, well, what we going to do is we going to wait to mess up the black family reunion, not the black family, the Cincinnati Black Jazz, and we're gonna mess it up for them. Cut the streets down. We're gonna do all this shit to distract $109 million to come into the city because we don't care about that $109 million. You really think people doing shit like that? I mean, what minds really believe that that type of shit is going on? When has people in power not wanted to make money off of you? Because that's how they stay in power. Your money is more important to them than you are. So you tell me why they want to interrupt their money stream. They don't. It's easy. I'm telling y'all, man, these managers, bro, these managers get up here and tell y'all anything because they want to manage the situation. It's easier to give you this old delusion of what's going on out here. I'm sorry. I just got to say what I got to say about it. And here's the thing. I heard a dude come on the radio today talking about how they trying to move a black girl out of her business. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, hold on. You sitting back here talking about they once again, and I'm trying to figure out who they are because the only theys I know are the people that look like us who are in power. So are we talking about us? We are the city, right? So explain this one to me. How you gonna sit up there now? I guess you could call this a shots fired. Is it shots fired when you're telling the truth? I'm just asking. I'm asking the people. Is it shots fired if I tell the truth about somebody who always lied about me? How you gonna sit up here and say that the city trying to shut somebody down and you do the same shit to people? And then you throw that black card shit on top of it. I'm a black man. You tried to shut my shit down once before. Don't act like you didn't. I know you listening. We all know. 1,200 people in an amateur in a building. And you know that mug, they was so mad that they called the fire people on me. Now, see, this is the difference between me and a lot of other people. I got receipts. I got shit that I've done in life that can prove that we can sometimes be our worst enemy. And then them same people will go on the radio and look at the damn and carry the black card and the signs talking about how they doing shit to us. But at the same time, you do the same shit that you say they doing to us. So you are they. Wow. Who remember that? Who remember what happened to me? Now, I'm not crying over spilled milk. I'm just showing you the difference between a leader and a manager. A leader would have never tried to interrupt my business in the city of Cincinnati. A manager would, because a manager has to manage the situation and keep it the way it is, keep everybody on assembly line. They have to do that shit. They are not efficient if that's not what they doing. Thank you, Davis, Denise. The main ones that come out and talk all that shit be the ones in the background managing these situations, not leading. They're not the leaders. How I know that? I've done enough in my city. I've done enough out here, and I watch them from afar now. That's why, to be honest with you, all due respect to J-Rod, as much as I want to cut a check and say, hey, Jay, let's do what you want to do. Bring in Queen Latifah. Bring in whatever acts that you normally bring in. I got whatever you match that they give you, I'll match what you match, and we'll do it together, and I'll fall back. And there's some promoters in this city that know that I do shit like that because I've dealt with them before, and I told them, don't say nothing. I don't want you to say that I'm part of this. I don't need the recognition. Now, this was a few years ago, so I feel comfortable saying it now. But I'd like one of them to come on here and say that I'm perping. Nah, bro, you didn't do that. There's some big ones in the city. And I don't mean they big bodies, big guys, like big, not those. I'm talking about the bigger promoters, the guys that are consistent, the guys that are doing things, that's trying to bring action, trying to bring, fun to the city. I've dealt with a lot of them. And not one time have they ever put me on the flyer and all that because I asked them not to. Denise says, I remember the fire chief showing up at a boxing event. Remember that? And now let me tell you how I know who did it. Because what y'all don't understand is at that particular time, who remember my sister? And I know y'all, you better remember her. Y'all better remember Kelly Prather. As much as y'all want to hate and say whatever you want to say about her, whatever, blah, 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 blah. She's a Withrow Tiger, and I'm always going to be chill with her. It's always going to be love. Sorry. 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 I'm not saying she was accurate in all her arguments. I'm not saying that she was a perfect person, but I know she had a good heart, and I know she was trying to fight for some of the right things. Sometimes she went down some alleyways that just was no return. Sometimes that happens to us when we become passionate about something. But now let me be honest with you. How I know what happened is because Kelly Prather came to me and said, I know what's going on here. Somebody called the fire department with your capacity being over, and they trying to shut you down. I wish I could have a conversation with Kelly Prather on the air right now, because this is just hearsay coming from me, but I'm not in the business to spread hearsay and just put people out there and you know, and make it sound like I'm just doing it for my own benefit. I'm not. I'm just making a point about the same people who talk about them white folks and they shutting us down, and the police shouldn't be down there trying to put locks on our doors and all that old shit. Bro, you tried to do that to me. And how I know that is Kelly Prather's brother was a hierarchy at the fire station. And he told me, now this is how we stick together, telling me the truth about what happened, and said, I tell you what, bro, you only got an hour left of show. Remember this, Denise? You only got an hour left of the show. Go ahead and play it out. I'll stand down. I said, thank you, bro. And it wasn't even for me. Guess what I did? We raised $6,500 that night for a local youth organization. And the same people that call themselves leaders in this community was trying to stop that. I donated all the proceeds. Not only did I donate the door proceeds to this organization, I paid for the whole event to happen. See, I know y'all don't want to hear this shit because it's about me, but I haven't said this not one time on the air, being on air for 4 years. So if it's about me, I would have been talked about it once a week. But the truth of the matter is, we don't have leaders. We got managers. They manage this shit. And then they come in and they tell you some shit. And they say things like, well, they've been doing us like this for years. And then guess what your mayor just said? Your mayor just said on the radio. I wrote it down. I said, did he say what? He said, what? He said, I think Kamala Harris will win because I don't think racism will stop her. What? I don't think racism. Are we talking about the same? Are we talking to the same people, bro? Did I just jump off the train with that one? I'm just trying to remember some of the things I heard on the radio. He said, I don't think Kamala Harris will have a problem winning because I don't think that racism will hold that up. But wait a minute. Didn't we just have a prosecutor in the city of Cincinnati who's blaming racist Democrats for not wanting to vote for him as prosecutor? And y'all know I got love for Fanon Rucker. But even he said it out of his mouth that white folks didn't want to vote for him. Why not? I told you it was because of the policies of the crime, the policies that he had in place on crime. No, y'all said it was because it was the angry black man. They don't want to vote for him. You telling me that there's racist white Democrats? Are you really trying to tell me that? Oh, I would have never known. Did anybody hear that? Did anybody other than myself hear? I don't think that she'll have a problem being elected because I don't think racism will be a problem in her being elected. Did anybody else hear that? I certainly heard him say that. So I guess when I say things like, well, no, you shouldn't be able to not do that because racism shouldn't stand in the way. Y'all make fun of me when I say, y'all try to make it sound like I'm saying racism don't exist, when in fact, I know the difference between racism and prejudice. I know the difference between the two. However, I do know and understand that racism does still exist in America. I know that, but it shouldn't stop you. That's always been my argument. Now, if you want to make it a little bit different, y'all want to fuss and fight and say, and twist up my beliefs or what I say, that's one thing. But the truth of the matter, okay, MJ said, I heard that. I heard him say that. Thank you. I knew I wasn't crazy. And I can always go back and watch it and make sure that I heard what I heard, but I'm a pretty good listener. Let me see. I wrote a couple other notes down what he said. Okay. He spoke on hotels. He spoke on, and I'm telling y'all, this is my favorite mayor. I'm not being facetious. I'm not being nasty. I'm not doing anything, because when he won, the mayor of Cincinnati, Mr. Aftab, told us in his acceptance speech at that club bar or wherever he was that night, that's when I fell in love with him as a mayor. When he said, look at me, an Asian kid from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm proof that you can be and do anything you want to do. When he said that, I'm sold, because that's what I've always said. So how can I hate him? I might not agree with all his policies. I don't agree with anybody. I don't agree with policies, all the policies of any politician. But I like him. Now, who remembered the conversation? I'm about to go to the phone line. Who remembered the conversation we had last week? If you wasn't here last week, you might want to go back and watch the show. I come on every day at 1 o'clock, about 1:30, 1:15, some shit. But anyway, I'm here. Who remember me telling you? Let me just back up just a little bit. The hotel rooms. Aftab, the mayor said we don't have a lot of hotel rooms in the city of Cincinnati. Now, who remember my conversation last week when I said, well, we got to be more strategic in the way we spending money, especially the things they're giving us money for. Why don't we have a Black-owned hotel downtown? And now a week later, days later, the mayor of Cincinnati come on and talk about we don't have enough hotel rooms downtown Cincinnati. We're working on the convention center. We still need, we shy of hotel rooms. We know that the casino is going to build a hotel. I'm telling y'all, man, I'll be on point on this shit. And I'm saying we spending millions of dollars on what? Versus what we should be spending money on to create jobs. Wouldn't it be cool if we had a 200, 300 room hotel downtown Cincinnati that owned and operated by us? I'm just asking. That employs 150, 200 people. I'm just asking. Don't have to be a big flagship. And it could be a flagship. You could call it the Cincinnati Hotel. You could call it whatever you want to call it, Black owned and ran. When I say things like that, people be thinking I'm tripping. Oh, he just trying to say shit to sound smart. Wait a minute. Show me something let me go to the phone lines, man. I'm about to lose it. Let me go to the phone lines real fast. I'm sure this caller right here helped me out a little bit. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
I cannot believe it. It is you. It is really you.
Okay, who am I speaking with?
This is the greatest day of my life.
Oh, this shit getting weird. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, man? This CK, man.
CK, what's good with you, bro? I didn't know it was you. You was about to, bro. It wasn't starting out too good.
Hey, man, I had to holler at you. I was checking out the platform, man, taking in your content. You know what I mean? This is like he said, prosecutor versus felon. I just read it on there.
Oh, okay.
Look, man, this is devastating. It looked real bad for the Crips right now. It really looked real bad for the Crips. I'm thinking the Bloods are gonna take this. They tried to eliminate Donald Trump. Do you think that was a real assassination or a plagiarism?
Well, when people die, it's about as real as a heart attack.
Oh, so you believe it to be real? Okay, so we're gonna go with the real narrative.
Well, no, I'm not just gonna go with it. I firmly believe
that's what you believe. Yeah, that's yes, that's the problem we're having. We got to stop telling people what it is. Just tell people what you believe.
Okay, I believe that it was real, a real shooting.
But you're going against the Patriots. You want to get rid of Brady, right?
Okay.
You get rid of him, that increases your chances to win.
Okay. Yeah.
So with the step down of Biden, do you give the Crips any chance of being successful in November?
All right, I'm a little confused. You say the Crips? Okay, so let me see. The Bloods are red, so that must be Republicans, and the Crips are blue, and
There
that
it is.
must be Democrat. Okay, I
This
got to
where they
put
got
my.
their foundation. This is the foundation of the
I,
gangbang that we're in today.
I got you. I got to put my shit on when I forgot about. I forgot. I got to wind my hat up when you called. Sometimes you be so far out in front of me that I can't. I can't catch up. So I apologize. I know where I'm at now. Okay, I'm wound up. I'm ready to go. Okay, can you repeat that question for me, CK?
Now, do you think the blue organization with the they tried to eliminate the former president, failed assassination attempt, which boosted his popularity. Some people are calling him the new 50
wait a minute,
Cent.
CK. I don't know if it's fair to say that the Democrats tried to kill Donald Trump.
No, not them. No, I'm just saying, as far as the game, I'm saying it don't matter if Brady get in a car accident. It don't matter who did it, as long as he's out of the picture. And we're talking about winning and losing, sir. I'm not pointing any fingers, Wyatt. I'm not pointing the finger at anybody.
My bad, brother. My bad.
Especially not the Crips.
My bad, brother. My bad.
I don't want no problem with the Crips. I'm just saying, they said the assassinator was a blood himself. They said he was part of the Red Party. You remember this? Yeah. So I'm saying, by you failing, and then a week later, we have the stepping down of the blue side leader. This increases the Blood's success rate by 150%. I mean, what do you think? Who do you think going to win?
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna let you answer that for me. I don't know.
No, I'm saying they got Tom Brady. We got who we got? Carson Palmer. We ain't even got. He's not. You cannot say he's Joe Burrow. He's Carson Palmer, still in the league. Matter of fact, he's Boomer Esiason, still playing with the age. You know what I mean? The age situation. So he steps down. He finally retires a week before the Super Bowl. How in the hell does the Bengals supposed to beat the Patriots? And he successfully survived the assassination.
Okay.
You tell me, how do they win? I mean, they look like they're in a desperate situation, sir. I mean, what do you feel? We got Kamala. Kamala can't beat no Tom Brady.
Oh my. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Today is Monday, and you way over my head with this shit. Like, I'm so far removed. I don't know what the hell. I don't know, bro. You're gonna have to just tell me, because I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't know. I can't put the analogies. I can't put them together. I'm jigsawed out. I don't know. Tom Brady, I don't know what team he played for at this point. You gotta have to help me. Help me. And I promise I promise you, I'm with you. I'm Team CK, but I'm just lost. I ain't woke yet. Okay. I'm not up yet. It's Monday. You get deep. So when you get deep, it take me a minute to get there. And you over my head right now, bro. You way over my head. So you're gonna have to dumb it down. Dumb it down for me. Dumb it down for me. Dumb it down for me.
What they call it? Informing terms?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Dumb it down for me. I don't get it. Now, there's people on here that understand what you're saying. I promise you.
Okay.
They know what you're saying. I'm just not there yet.
Okay. They got their ass whooped by a woman, using a woman last time. Clearly, America doesn't support women in a leadership position like president. That's the main reason Hillary lost to Donald Trump. So now you're going to try it again? You're going to try a losing formula with the light-skinned assassin. You think she has a chance. I'm saying his popularity boosted from the assassination attempt.
Yeah, but I think the Democrats get a boost right here too with Kamala Harris coming in, with Vice President Harris coming in. I think, to be honest with you, This should have happened some time ago. But at the same time, I believe that she may have just woke up some people that were going to stay on the couch and may not have wanted to vote. To be honest with you, I think that she's going to revise if she's the candidate. I think she will revise, some of those that was thinking, man, I ain't about to vote this year. I mean, I think that she may have done that. I could be wrong though.
So it's not certain yet that she's not the candidate yet. I thought it was 100%. It was her.
Say it again.
You saying so she's not the Democratic pick, #1 draft pick?
No. She has to get, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not a politic guy, but she has to get the delegates to all vote for it. See, people coming out talking about I support. But that's not part of the vote. I'm assuming they will vote for her, but you have to hit a certain number. This is why they should have done a primary back at the beginning, so they wouldn't even have to go through all this process. They would be able to say, hey, Kamala had this many, or whoever was running against Biden in their primary, they would probably be able to. That's democracy, is showing people, not giving people that you want them to have, but letting people vote. I'm not saying that Biden wouldn't have won his primary, but they surely didn't have a traditional primary. They put him in spot. And this is what you get when you do that. If they would have did a primary, they would have been able to say, hey, this many, they had 5 or 6 people that ran, sort of like how the Republicans did it. They had 5 or 6 or 10 people that ran, and you would get a reaction from the people of how many people want, Miss Harris to be there, how many people they want Buttigieg to be there, or any of these other people that may have run up against him. You have a better read of what the people want.
But this is what I want you to understand is with Donald Trump being such a strong leader in his supporters' eyes, the elimination of him would have made a clear path to victory for the Blue organization. So I think Donald Trump versus Sleepy Joe, that's an easy, how is like you said, Sleepy not gonna make it to November.
No,
so
I understand. I mean, I said it on Thursday. I said that, a lot of people gave me some blowback. I got a lot of dirty DMs and emails about my comment about Joe Biden. I don't think it was being nasty. I just watched how the media shifted on him. Did you notice how MSNBC and CNN all of a sudden after the debates, they all came crashing down on him?
Yeah, listen, sir.
They didn't say anything that they couldn't have said in the last 2.5, 3 years. They could have said all that stuff back then. They didn't. They protected him. Now, all of a sudden, they're trying to tell the truth about him. And I've seen that means that the powers to be, the owner of the team, I'm going to use one of your analogies. I'm going to say the coach put him on the bench with COVID because the owner of the team said we're not re-signing him.
Hold on. Now, I understand he has the COVID, but I'm not a cat that gives up on the old vets because they still have dog in them.
Yeah, I don't
think just because they're older, I think the older vets bring something to the table. So I wasn't one of the guys that said he was too old. I admire, because I don't know nobody in their 80s still employed, personally. I mean, do you?
I know a couple that's kicking it around.
They still working?
Yeah, well, because of the couple of people that I know in the 80s, in their 80s, they're business owners and their kids are really running the business, but they're just kind of my dentist. Okay. My dentist being one of them. His dad started the dentistry. I have a black dentist. His dad started the dentistry, office decades ago, obviously. And his family runs it. Okay. But the dad don't really have any patience anymore. He kind of be there. He's just there. He kind of, he's there because he started it. He can't walk away.
Right. There's nothing else to do. What else to do? I started this.
Well, I could think of a whole lot of things.
I'm not walking away from the barber shop like my barber. He's 86. I say, what else you gonna do? He thinking about retiring. I say, retire and do what? Die? Keep doing what's keeping you living.
Okay. And
that's running the country for Joe Biden. So I fear now that maybe he lose his life because he loses his power. I hope he makes it to November.
Let me say this to you. You said you don't know a lot of 80-year-olds that's still working. You said that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I would say you might want to look at some of the Senate. All right. I don't know how many there are, but we just lost a lady. I don't know her name off the top of my head. She was 74. These are ages that are real past, that are far past retirement ages. So politicians tend to get in in power, so to say, or get in a position and they stay there. That one lady that just died, she was a Democrat. The white lady that died, I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but damn, she was working on 100 years old.
Hold on, she was in her 90s. Are you talking for real or are you just exaggerating?
No, I'm not exaggerating, man. They had to come, they wheeled her in one day on a vote. You know what I'm saying? She was in the hospital. They wheeled her in. And I just think that there has to be some term limits put in place if we're going to have a real, if we're going to have a real democracy, if we're going to have a real, okay, there it is. Davis Denise said the rep was Sheila Jackson Lee. I think she ran for mayor. If I'm not mistaken, I think she ran for mayor of St. Louis like a few months ago. I remember her bringing in the NAACP and they endorsed her for mayor in St. Louis or something like that. And she's been in politics a long time, and they're in politics well past retirement age. Now, I don't know how many there are, but I know that you're right. I don't know too many 80-year-olds that's working at Kroger. You know what I'm saying? That's stocking shelves.
That's what I'm talking about. We have to, I'm saying, I'm on the contrary. I am for elderly rights. I want you to be able to work forever. I like those jobs like the Supreme Court justice. When you just imagine, just you personally, you getting a job that you have for life, Mr. Wyatt. Do you know the security you feel in your family? We have to fight for these elderly people to keep working until death. I respect it 100%. I don't go by we should push them out because they older. No, they should be leaders because the older the better.
Well,
older
not in all cases,
better,
CK. Not in all cases.
They're more trustworthy.
Not in all cases, bro. Because what happens is you become, and I don't mean this disrespectfully. I just have to disagree with you on this. Not all 80-year-olders are the same. Like you have some that could really go through life and they have all their cognizance. They're good to go. But then you have some that, have no business driving. They really need their driver's license taken away because they're really dangerous. Even if they just drive on Sunday, they're just dangerous. And it's not that I dislike them or believe they shouldn't have any rights, but what's right and what's wrong, we got to just, what I'm saying? We got to understand that everybody there's some 50-year-olders that don't move the way they used to that probably.
Yeah, my grandma accidentally ran head on into a truck in St. Bernard. So I understand what you're saying about driver's license.
Yeah,
so I'm an advocate of that. You're right. But she did survive, luckily.
I'm glad.
She did survive, rest her soul. This was years ago, so she had but she did survive it, and you're letting me know how much it could be bad. But I'm saying for those older people, look at Morgan Freeman. When I was 12 years old, a young lad, he was 65. Damn. I'm now 50 and he's only 75. What the hell is he drinking?
Well,
this man, he was old and Lean on Me, wasn't
he? Yeah, he's been old ever since I've known him. He always play an older character too. So yeah.
This is who I'm fighting for. People like that. His movies are still as good as Lean on Me. So he hasn't fell off. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. Look at LeBron James. He's been doing that for 30 years. And he's the #1 artist in the game, sir. So age is nothing but a number, as the legendary Aaliyah said.
Yeah, and just to carry it on a little bit back to what we were talking about, I don't think that Biden's too old to do. He's been that way since he's been in office. It's just that what happened is the people who was telling him it's time for you to go, he wasn't really trying to take their word. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Nick Clooney and all the the people in his party were telling him he got to go, and he was refusing to go. So what they did is they forced him out. And they used the COVID thing as a situation because he just said a week before, I'll go if my doctors tell me I can't keep going or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So it was just too convenient. All right.
I want you to put yourself in, please, Mr. Wyatt, put yourself in his position. You don't want to quit, man. This is your life. This is everything. So that means everything you're doing that you got going for you, profiting, you know what I'm saying? You give it up. Because people telling you too old. Come on, Wyatt. You ain't grinding that. Because you're going to be scared of what's going to happen when you do quit. Yes.
Well, I'll give that could be. I will say this about Joe Biden. For someone that's been in politics for 50 years of his life, which is as long as you've been living, it probably is. It's not the hardest job to do. I mean, it's not like it's manual labor. Okay, so it's not like your body's breaking down because of the job. In
Right.
some cases, it might be travel and things of that nature. But at the same time, I think a person, you might be on to something. A person that's been doing the same thing for 50 years and they're decision makers, they're decision makers. There's a strong possibility that person doesn't want to leave. I think that Joe Biden
Yeah.
had some other incentives of wanting to stay in power, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion. My opinion is he has a son that's now been convicted of some stuff that can send him to jail for 18 years. And
Oh my God.
well, yeah, Joe Biden made a commitment on the air that he wouldn't pardon his son. And I
I
think,
didn't agree with that at all. I don't think he should have said that, because
well,
now he's going to have to stand by his word.
well, you got to understand. I think he said that because he will. I think he will. I think he is standing by his word, because
Okay.
I think what happens is a lot of people who watch these things, we watch certain things, but we don't know what the background and things are going on in the background. There's business deals that look a certain way on the surface, but underneath the surface, they're being negotiated a whole different way. And I think it's a
Yep.
strong possibility that Biden already knew that he wasn't going to stay on. I think when you have the leverage that he had with the money, when he had the delegates and all that stuff, I think when you have that type of leverage, he's been in the game longer than most of the guys that he's sitting there playing this game with. He understood
Right.
that he had the negotiation power. He had the leverage. So,
And he's number one.
so,
Don't forget, he has the best job. So it's not like he's just leaving away from the CEO of PNC. No, he's the CEO of America. So this is hard to leave, man. I'm just going to leave you with this.
okay.
Please, Mr. Wyatt, understand that the Blue Party is in desperate, dire needs. And it's looking like they're going to lose the Super Bowl to the Red Party, because they have their leader. And if they put this woman in there, America already showed it does not respect women in presidential situations.
Okay.
Much honor to the platform, and I will continue to listen.
I appreciate you engaging, CK. Thanks for calling, brother. Appreciate it. CK sent me for a spin there. I'm not going to lie. I respect everybody's view and their points, but I just think that it'll play out the way I think some people see it for how it's playing out. Some people have been saying this day was going to happen months ago, and it's playing out just the way that they said that it would play out. And it's because some of the people that we see negotiating on the surface, there's people that are on the inside that know the negotiations that are going on in the inner parts of things. And I personally think that Joe Biden got set up. I think he got set up in that debate. I think they purposely, how could you not? You've been protecting him in his speech. You've been protecting him with how he's been acting towards cameras. And they told you it was fake, that Obama didn't help him off the stage. They told you that it was fake. He fell over a Bing bag. There was so many excuses for what we could clearly see what was going on. And then all of a sudden, CNN and all the rest of the medias start going in on him because after the debate, they could have protected him from that. They had everything set up. If you all remember that Donald Trump agreed to everything that Joe Biden and his campaign wanted to do at CNN in that debate. He didn't turn his back on the Trump dude. Didn't turn around and say, "No, let's not do this. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do this." He didn't do that. He agreed to every term that Joe Biden and them said, "Let's do it like this. Cut the mics off. Let's do this." Because he already knew. They all knew. They knew what was going to happen, and I think he got set up for that. Now, my question last week was simple. When they moved Joe Biden out of spot, because I said this is phase 3 of them moving him out, I told you, wait a minute, hold on. You know what? I said he don't have COVID. This is him. He may not come back from this, because he's negotiating right now what he needs. Whoever they put in spot, if they win, part of his deal, part of his negotiations, Joe Biden's that is, will be that they will pardon his son. I think that's part of his play. And I know Joe Biden's a very smart guy. He might not seem to be smart. You don't stay in politics for 50 years and not be intelligent, not be smart. Not only are you an intelligent person, you have the gift of manipulation as well. And he understands. He truly understands how to work things. And to be honest with you, he's no slower than he was 3 years ago. Well, I shouldn't say slower. He moves a little slower, but the process hasn't changed. He understands. That same Joe Biden that was running the country 3.5 years ago is the same Joe Biden that could run it another 4 years if he doesn't pass away, heaven forbid. The problem is the elites, like he said, not me, Joe Biden said the elites in my party are trying to kick me out. He said that. I didn't have to say it. He said it. And I believed him. They set him up. Joe wasn't playing. Something happened where Joe just was like, look, man, we're going to do it this way or one way. They set him up. So they said, if you're not going to leave gracefully, if you're not going to leave, now listen to what they're saying now on CNN getting back on track. Now it's hard for me to watch it. Now they talking about how gracefully he's doing this for the country. Wait a minute. Joe just last week told us he was strong and ready to go, and he's doing this. I'm better now than ever before. He was saying all of that. Why to change your heart all of a sudden, Joe? It's 2 weeks after the debate. You still pumping strong and you still saying you in the race and we going strong. You didn't see the debate as a disaster. You didn't see it that way. So I'm just curious to know what changed in the last week. And of course, we can use one of the biggest excuses that this administration has used on everything. COVID. We're going to get him in the basement. We're going to get him in the basement again. We're going to give him COVID and he won't be healthy enough. That's what we'll use so the people that really need it. And he's going to be a patriot because he chose. Y'all really think he chose not to run again? Y'all really think in Wyatt Live, in the Wyatt Live Messenger, the paper that I posted in Wyatt Live Messenger, his exit not to run? You really think he wrote that? He didn't. Now all of a sudden he's a patriot of the country because he's stepping down. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. The boss told the coach, put Joe on the bench. We're not re-signing him this year. He still want to play. Let me go to the phone lines. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What's up? What's Wyatt?
Twin. What's good, man?
Okay, call man. Hey, Wyatt. I tried to grasp what CK was saying, man. I don't know what he was saying, what point he was getting to.
I got him a little bit, man. I know what he was. CK, my man, he 100 grand strong. I just sometimes think that he try to use analogies. he kind of combines basketball, football, and wrestling all in one situation, and it get a little confusing. And then he throw in the Bloods and the Crips. So it get a little confusing sometimes, but I catch up. Yeah, Mondays are tough for me to catch up with him, though.
But I guess he's saying, I guess they need a new leader on the Crip side or something, right?
Well, I'm gonna get. You know what I'm gonna do? If anybody could decide, could dissect what he said using them gang analogies and shit, you probably the one that can do it, brother.
Yeah, I tried to dissect, but anyway, to each his own. Hey, they should have took him out of office 2 years ago and everything. He been coughing and everything else since day one, man. So they come with it, oh, he got COVID. How many times he go catch COVID? He got COVID. He was just fine the other day. Now he got COVID. Come on, man. They just try to play with people's mind and all that. That assassination or whatever, attempted assassination, whatever, it was real because people got hurt behind it and killed. So, yeah, that was real, but it was a setup type situation for me. I think so. It was a setup, Wyatt, I believe. And they throw people off, and that's what they try to do. Now to see it, the Secret Service lady got to step down, or somebody, got to take the blame for this. Take one for the team. Why people in Cincinnati are crazy. See, every time, I don't know why. I think, my point of view, I think they should ought to boycott that music fest, man.
Why is
Not
that?
really boycott, but take it to River Bend or take it to Dayton, like I told Lincoln earlier. If y'all steady coming with the same rhetoric every year, damn it, I'm going to change my mind. Heck with this music festival, and y'all keep playing the black community and everything. Just like the lady, they want to shut down her pizza joint, the one that was on there with Drew earlier. Come on, man. But then
Wait a minute. Is that a pizza joint? Maybe I missed it because I got tagged in it, and I tagged in it, and I caught the tail end of it. I
think she got a pizza joint. They got caught at 1 o'clock and everything today, I believe she said. Yeah. They want to shut her business down and everything, man.
For what reason?
And then, man, some violation, some extra, and they got to make up something because they probably want her building or whatever, property or whatever they want. That's how the city played. But my thing is this, man. Y'all black folks been getting played for so long, then y'all want to complain and everything. I'll just stop doing business with that music fest and make up my own. Just like y'all come with that Black Family Reunion stuff, I would keep it. I'll say, hey, we pushing this go called a Black Family Reunion Part 2 or whatever. And y'all just making this. That's the only thing that makes the city.
Wait. You might be on to something. It's not like this hasn't been talked about before. But if I'm not mistaken, that's exactly what J. Raj is trying to do with the City Soul Fest or whatever. What it's called. I think it's Cincy Soul or something like that. That's what he's trying to do. Right. That's what he's trying to do. And that's what a lot of people have tried to do. Here's the problem. It's hard for us to do stuff for us. A lot of people don't want to have this conversation. We want to always blame the powers to be. We always want to put it on somebody else. But the truth of the matter is, I can hear it in J. Rod's voice today when he said what he said. I know what a lot of the problems are. And it's not that I have to second guess or guess what he's talking about, because I've done it. I know what the issues are. And when you're doing stuff like that for your city, when you're throwing it out and you're going for your city and you're going hard, and the lack of appreciation is there, and you're losing money doing it, it's hard to continue to do it. And what happens is, go ahead.
Who is they? They keep on saying they. If I want to get to the point, if I'm getting my money involved in everything, and they doing this to me, I'm gonna confront the they. I don't care if I heard you backdooring me and everything else. I'm gonna confront you. I know you got to get your consultant fee, but damn it, where my cut at? I'm doing this out of kindness, my heart, put my hard-earned money on this, and I get played. I'm bringing all this revenue and everything to the city. And it's crazy how black folks is are getting played in every year on this, Wyatt. And then I want to bring, I'm gonna say it because I don't work at the hotel no more. And I did my calculation and everything. I pointed out, and me and my sister, she was the manager and everything. I pointed out, I said, do me a favor, do a fact check for me. Run these numbers and stuff and do the calculation on this and some extra. So she did the music fest and did the price. Them tickets, the music fest hotel to stay there was higher than the Swifty girl. You know that, Wyatt?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Say that again. I'm
just trying. The music fest to stay at the hotels, whatever, during the music fest week was higher than the tickets that was when she was down here doing her music, whatever concert. Well, that Swifty girl.
Well, I wanted to make sure you just said that, and the reason why I wanted you to repeat it is because that's not what the mayor said today.
That's bull.
Well, man. Wait a minute. Let me clear it up. Let me clear it up.
Okay.
When he was asked the question, when the mayor was asked the question, now I hope y'all listening. When he was asked the question about the prices being gouging pricing at the hotels and things of that nature, the mayor in his own talking to the black community could not just come out and say, well, the prices aren't higher based on the study that we did. He had to come up with this little way of getting to the prices are the same when you bring Taylor Swift in and George Strait and all the rest of those big time acts. The numbers on the hotel. Yes, they are. The numbers are the same, or he would have said, well, yeah, there's gouging going on. He had to find something that would anger the black community to make it seem like it was different. I'm glad you said that, because I forgot to mention, he said that what the numbers are they're not different. And we're keeping a close eye on that. But what we do get complaints about are the towel usage. And I'm like, oh my God, if you ain't just looking for a motherfucker, you just want somebody to be mad about some shit. So now you come in and you bitch about the numbers of the hotel rooms costing more, $1,000 a night during Jazz Festival. Then you do a study to find out that Taylor Swift and George Strait and all the rest of them, those are the same prices for those demands of those rooms. You can't really bitch and complain about that, because the consistency of the price hike is on the same level. But then you turn around and say, well, we're looking at the fact that some people are just complaining about the towel usage of the room. Maybe they're getting less towels. Get the fuck, come on, bro. Come on, we got to stop this shit. If we want better pricing on hotel rooms, we need to build a hotel and we keep it at $200 a night versus the $1,000 a night that we would get. Okay, you can't tell that hotel that they can't sell that room for $1,000 a night if the demand is there for it. It's always sold out. They don't give a refund. Okay, give 30% of the tax revenue back to the person that rented the room. How about that? See how dumb that sound? Do you know hotel and luxury tax is the highest tax thing in the city of Cincinnati? You didn't know that? Okay, so we gonna bitch and complain because the hotels are gouging our people, but yet we don't have no problem as a city taking the tax revenue. And then the tax revenue don't go towards building the program or making black people who getting taxed that heavily. It don't go back into the J. Raj projects and things like that. Come on, man. Look, I could be a sucker sometime, but I'm not a sucker when it comes to numbers. I might be a sucker for love, but I'm not a sucker for numbers. And you can't sit back and bitch and complain about shit that you've done research on. And it's an easy thing. And I said it on the show 2 years ago when they said the Jazz Festival, the hotel rooms go up. I said, well, wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that the hotel rooms wasn't $1,000 a night when Taylor Swift came in here for 2 nights? No, they don't do it like that when she come in town. They let the white folks get it for cheaper. No, they don't. It's business. It's called supply and demand. If you got somebody that'll pay $200 a night, but you can get $1,000 a night, they're going to do it. Guess what? Don't change. The tax rate don't change. It's still 17%. All right, so don't hit me with we got to watch it. They ain't discounting the tax rate. Go ahead, twin.
Yeah, man, that's how it is. So it's totally different when it comes to that music fest. Hey, Wyatt, you see I brought it up earlier. You see the 12-year-old suffocated her 8-year-old cousin in Tennessee?
No, missed that one.
Yeah, oh, the phone, man. Hey, she suffocated her with a sheet. Then came back, wiped the face off, pretend like she was asleep, but all along she dead. Yeah, over phone, man. It happened in Humboldt, Tennessee. I think that's about, I want to say about Jackson or Selma, I want to say.
Humboldt, Tennessee. I'll check it out. I'll look it up.
I believe, because I believe it's about Jackson. I want to say Selma, Tennessee. I don't
like them type of stories, but I'll look into it. I don't like them children death
stories. What about the postal worker in Chicago, man?
What he do, or what that person do?
Came, killed her and stuff, and then burnt her truck up and everything. I spoke to my sister the other day, Saturday, and I said, Shorty from the Hornets got killed. She said, yeah, I just seen her, and I spoke to her, she was smiling. And then I come to work, she dead. I said, yeah, man. As I said, be careful, because my sister been hit, and then next around got bit by a dog, and then about to get assaulted because they want to argue their first of the month check and everything. She said, I got my mates and I got my bet or whatever. Yeah. I say, man, just be careful, man, because she been in the game supposed to work for 20-some years and everything. Yeah, that's sad. So I just told her, be careful, man.
Yeah, that's sad.
And then, hey, Wyatt, I was listening to this preacher, man, Saturday.
Okay.
Usually I go to the conference and everything. They headed down there in Orlando this year.
Okay.
His name, Prophet, is Brian Carn, C-A-R-N. And when he talked about, he said something historical about to happen.
Okay.
And what took place was Kamala Harris. That was Sunday. And next he said, it's about to be another assassination. So you people better get ready. The only person you can depend on is God. He said, this is the worst election ever. Wyatt, I don't care what nobody say and who don't agree with me. Deep down in my heart, Trump is going to be the next president. I don't care what nobody say. We just going to have to pray. I believe he's going to be the next president. All that Jimmy Choo stuff they bring it to the table, and them Democrats run around like cluckers and stuff, don't know which rock to smoke. Hey, it's over, Wyatt. It's over, man.
Okay.
It's over for them Democrats, man.
Well,
I believe.
I'll be honest with you, Twin. I think the Democrat Party have rejuvenated themselves. I really think that there's a group of people right now. Here's the thing: the people that was going to vote for Biden, they're going to vote for Vice President Harris as well. But I think what she has done is if she's the nominee, she will rejuvenate their party to the point where people that were thinking about staying home will now come out because, this is the Obama thing. To be honest with you, there's not a person on here, unless you're a new person here on my platform. I voted for Obama. Okay. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. But I voted for Barack Obama because it was Barack Obama and it was a black dude. I honestly, openly told people that that's what I did. I took my 10-year-old daughter, who's 23 years old now, I took her to the voting booth with me in a historical moment because that vote, believe it or not, meant more for me at that time. I was thinking of the overall people, not just me, not me personally. I knew his policies and stuff weren't going to be good for me, but overall, I wanted to put a black man in my office, on my wall. For years, we didn't have Jimmy Carter's and all these other white guys on our wall. No offense to the white presidents, but it was so awesome to put a brother on the wall on Time Magazine on my wall and that be the president of the United States. And then when I'm talking my shit to my clients, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's like when I'm trying to tell us how better we can be and do, I use Barack Obama as that pretty much that, I don't know, that mold. You know what I'm saying? I was using that. I honestly was trying to tell people like, look, man, we can do whatever we want to do. So, I mean, that was more important to me than anything, than the policies, quite frankly. So I think there's going to be people just like me for Kamala Harris this go around if she's the nominee. I think people will look at it that same way like they did with Obama.
Right. But I mean, I voted for him because two reasons. He's black, first president in my era. And the second, I really thought he was going to turn Chicago around and everything. But after the second time, I didn't vote for him.
I understand.
I voted for Trump. And everything because Trump, I thought he was going to bring in north. If he would have got in there the second time, he probably would have, brung it. But to each his own, man. But I don't know why. I just don't know. We just got to pray, man. I'm not focused on no man right now. Put my faith in no man. I'm focused on God, man. Because they come with the same thing. Regardless, you Democrat, Republican, I don't care who, rich, poor, whatever. You bring the same policy. It's not, benefits the black community. And y'all so anxious to run up there with y'all head cut off. Vote. Let's go do this. Okay. They say the same thing every 4 years. Well, so to each his own, man. This is my opinion.
Okay. No, and you're entitled to it. I've always said I respect how you feel about it, bro. And, I appreciate you engaging with us, letting us know. You're not the only one that feel the way you feel, twin. You know that. You're not the only one that feel that way. You're just brave enough to come out and say it. You say it, what other people won't say. That's
right. All right. I know people
brother.
on the other trying to flip these milk crates.
All right, brother. I appreciate you engaging with us today.
Okay, man.
All right, twin. Yeah, twin has a point. I mean, at least he speaks his mind. I mean, I know that he says some things here and other places. There's nothing wrong with that. But the truth of the matter is, I think a lot of people focus on things like that, and they steer away from the local politics. Like, for instance, when you hear people say things like they ain't letting us or they trying to close our businesses down, that's not Joe Biden. That's not Donald Trump up there. That's your local people. They control how these licenses are being monitored. They control that type of stuff. So when you say things like they trying to shut that lady's business down, you have a better shot going to City Hall and explaining to the Black community or whatever community you're from. You have a better opportunity of having a sit down or listening to them and have a better understanding of why they're doing what they're doing. And if it's not right, you once again have a better opportunity at trying to fix it at a local level. I don't understand why we go hard about our local stuff when it's time to vote. But the accountability is just not the same. Unless it's a different party running shit, we don't hold the same people accountable. You don't hold your own party accountable once they get power. And I got proof of it now. Because you can't keep saying they doing this to us when your people are running shit. They are the they. So that shit is becoming played out. It's business as usual, like I told you in November of 22. It's business as usual. Y'all keep saying they. Show me the theys. Show me the they who trying to shut that lady's business down. Now, heaven forbids that they do it and they accomplish it. Because I got some real understanding of who running with I judge people by the circles that they keep themselves with too. I know what an opportunist look like. I know what somebody who's just involved with some shit so they can get some clout out of it. They got something involved in it. They shooting shots from the back end. I understand all that play. I've been living and been around business enough to understand people who don't really have they don't have a strong interest in what's going on. They have a selfish interest in what's going on. And all I'm telling you is this, man. I don't understand how we keep saying they. Who are they? Let me ask you. If you're talking about the city of Cincinnati shutting a business down in downtown Cincinnati, who are you blaming at this point? You can't blame the police. The police don't make those calls. They're the enforcers of the call. So is it the city manager? Black. I'm not suggesting it is. I'm just asking these questions. When they want to pull you out of these business areas because there's better development or you're not fitting the mold, whose mold aren't you fitting into? Who run your city, Cincinnati? Who run it? Name it. Put it in the chat. Tell me maybe I'm confused. Where are these theys? Somebody tell me. Unless you're thinking it's that same board that's controlling the railroad money, your old Democrat leaders who really calling the shots, the elites, the Charlie Lukens and all them guys that's back there on that board, and they're not affiliated. They're not affiliated. They're not party affiliated. They used to be's. They got their power, they got their position by affiliating themselves to a political party, got in position. Now Democrats and Republicans back behind the scenes working together. I guess those are the theys. And we are the them. Who's shutting the lady's business down? How could the city of Cincinnati and didn't nobody ask? Why wasn't the question asked to the mayor? You knew what that lady was coming on that show to talk about. She wasn't coming on there talking about no recipes for no pizza or no shit like that. She was coming in there to talk about how she was being mistreated by the city of Cincinnati. And then you have the boss, the CEO of the city of Cincinnati, and he don't get no question about what this lady is doing. And you Black radio, this is happening to a Black business, and you don't even bring it up. Oh, come on, man. Do we really want the truth, or do we have leaders, or do we have people managing these situations? I get it. I understand. Trust me. I get it. Somebody put in the screen, who are the they? And then they say things like this. I heard this today. I can't make this up. The question was asked, well, if they're trying to kick her out the property for these violations, if they're trying to kick her out for these violations, What is the building owner saying? What's going on with the building owner? Now it's supposed to be racial, right? Because they kicking black people out. Here's the response from the people, from the guys that's there talking about this. Well, the building owner is black. What? Okay, come on. I can't make this shit up. So it's a black building owner discriminating against the owner, the owner of the building. And then you say that the black building owner don't want to fight the city because what? They got bigger plans with their building. I mean, this shit doesn't make sense. So you say that now they trying to divide us. They're trying to divide us. And he don't want to, whoever, he or she, whoever owns the building, don't want to fight with the city. That makes no sense to me. See, what happens is this. You get people with names. You get managers, not leaders. You call them leaders. You get managers, and they come on and they get to talking that street shit, and that, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know how they do. No, we don't. Break the shit down for us. Put it in. Don't make it a cognigro. Don't do that. Make it what it really is. Tell us who it is and who you think it is that's doing this. Now we can point a finger. We can put a name on it. Do that. Instead of letting you know how it is. And then you do the same shit you saying that the theys do. You did it to me. You've done it to other people. So make it make sense. Stop playing all that bullshit. You use our people. You're using us. And then you blame. Who's the they? City of Cincinnati, the police, the city manager, the license. You do know that the License Bureau of Alcohol is controlled by the state, not the city. So the state people trying to take the property, well, why they ain't messing with the building owner? They don't need to mess with the business itself. The business is under a lease. It's not the owner of the building. The business itself is in a lease. They don't have to say a word to them. They could work with the building owner. They could buy the building owner out right now and eliminate that lease right away. All this made up shit that you're trying to pretend that it's all about is not even necessary. The last thing I'm going to do is ever listen to somebody that can't get a bank account on their own. If you can't get a bank account on your own, you can't tell me how to run the business, let alone my own life. Be careful who you surround yourself with, because they got all the answers. You better pay attention to how they did their shit. Pay attention to what they going through, what they got, how they got what they got. Do they need you to be who they are? Pay attention to that. Why they don't have what you have. Why they got so much information that you need, but they won't utilize it for themselves. But you're going to come in and tell my people how they doing us. How they doing us. Who was them? And then when you move shit, when you do this and you get out of here, bro. We ain't on Land Street. We ain't on the block. Talk to us in business terminology. Tell us what's really going on. We don't want to hear that slick shit. That slick. You know who talks slick shit? Going to jail. People going to jail. That's thing. You know how they do us, and then they want the owner have a beef with what's going on. Property owner is black. Are they mistreating Mr. Melvin downtown who got the car wash? Are they mistreating him? He own his property. He got a prime piece of property. Are they mistreating him? What about Ollie's Trot? What about Ollie's Trot? They mistreating him? He probably gonna get, I shouldn't say this. He gonna get what he need. He gonna get what he's supposed to get because he was smart enough to buy his building. He invested 20 to 30 years into his business. He was smart enough to buy the dwelling, to buy the land, to buy the ground. Don't sit here and tell me that we can't buy property. Half of the shit downtown used to be owned by black people. Them houses on York Street and all that old shit, we could have bought them years ago for $40,000 a pop. Where was everybody at? Where was everybody at when them houses? Me and a partner of mine could have got 2 of them for $42,000 a piece. Nobody was stopping us from buying those properties. We just didn't do it because we didn't know. Now we turn around, somebody else own them, and you mad what they trying to do with their property. You mad because, you know, we mad because just because we want to be mad. We mad because the tire shop, a Arab dude, whatever he is. Bring your problems to the black community and we'll fight them for you. You got a guy down there that's leasing a building. The building owner then showed it to FC Cincinnati 2 years ago. And you fighting for him to be able to stay in the property. He should have bought the property. And we sitting back arguing points that just make no sense. I'm sorry. It could be a tragedy what's happening to this individual in their business. I am not saying that it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is be careful who's presenting your argument. That's all I'm saying to you. Just be careful, because we are a reflection of our circles. Who we hang with and what we do with our circles reflect on us out here in public. You can't hang around discredited people and think you're going to be creditable. That's oxymoron. That makes no sense to me. And I still want somebody to tell me. Somebody will DM me. Somebody will tell me who the they are. Who's the they? The city that's trying to kick this individual out? Okay, then name the city. Name the officials. Who's responsible as an official? Who's trying to take this person's? They ain't even trying to take the property. You don't have to deal with a person that's in a lease. You don't have to deal with them if they don't own the property. You deal with the property owner. Ain't nobody got to play no hidden trick mirrors to make that shit happen. Where's the business sense here? How could we just come to our community? Y'all remember the black lady and her husband that came to the radio station and said that her and her husband sold their house out in land, what was that? In Loveland. Sold their house out in Loveland and it got hit different. It was $100,000 cheaper in the appraisal. $100,000 less in the appraisal. She come to the black community. Here she got a white real estate agent, a white appraisal, dealing with all these white folks, but you bring your problem to the black community and you tell them how you getting treated wrong. Get out of here. And guess who was buying the house? A black couple. We have no problem coming in and talking about this black shit, but yet we got black people doing black people wrong. So now that ain't discriminative. That's not discriminatory, right? That's none of that. Make it make sense, yo. That lady came in and said they hit my house for $100,000 less because I had African paints and stuff on my wall. That was the reason. It couldn't have been that they hit the paperwork wrong. They put in the breakdown of the home, it was like 7 or 8 or 9, close to 10 years difference in the real building date. That couldn't have been it. You didn't go hire a black independent appraiser, or you didn't go hire an appraiser, a white appraiser, an independent one. That was the appraiser from the bank. So if you got played, who was actually benefiting for that $100,000 difference? Who was the beneficiary of $100,000 less appraisal for your property? Who benefited from that? The same black couple that was buying the property would have. So that wasn't the play. That wasn't the play at all. The play was you had an appraiser who may have been drunk. Something might have been wrong. I hate to say it like that, but the truth of the matter is when you write up an appraisal wrong, the calculations come out wrong. She come down to the bank don't benefit. Well, I guess the bank is $100,000 equitable. in somebody else's loan, but they don't benefit from that. The person that's buying the house. So in other words, if I can buy a house for $100,000 cheaper than it should be, the bank benefits from that? No, the person that's buying the property just stepped into a piece of property. They paid $200,000 for it when it should have been $300,000. I bought $100,000 worth of equity and got a home. The bank don't benefit from that at all unless it go bad. But we so focused on all this other shit. I mean, it is what it is, right? Well, I'm sorry that I may not have rocked the boat. I'm waiting for more information on the Vice President Harris nomination and things of that nature before I really go in on what I think about that or how that's going to play out. I'm waiting to see how that's working out. And a lot of people don't like my patience on here. A lot of people don't like the fact that I'm a very patient man when it comes down to issues like that. I don't like to really talk about a lot of hypotheticals. If this happened, this is going to happen and this and this. I don't really like to talk like that. It's hard to be accurate when you use false information to come up with a conclusion. So I'm always the last one to talk about it. I'm always the last one to have an opinion about it. But it's usually because I usually let things play out and get an idea if it's going to be the way that people are, if it's going to be, okay, sorry, I got a text message. If it's going to be the way that, it's just hard to come up with a real conclusion when you get false information. Nobody knows what's happening. Now, I will say this. I will say it would be a disaster if VP Harris is not the nominee. That makes no sense to me. And I broke that down last week. Like, how could the Democrat Party, or how could, in politics alone, how could they get away with not bringing up the vice president as being second in line? I understand that they're starting over. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not talking about it's not like it wouldn't, like it's wrong from the aspect of how the system works. I'm saying it's wrong based on the fact that what makes you think somebody's qualified to be the vice president, but then not qualified to be the president? You got a lot of explaining if you skip over this lady. And I think that would kill the base. I think black folks would then turn around and I think they would understand. Some people will understand that they, what they believe and this democracy that's been pushed down their throat and all that type of stuff. I don't know if they will believe it again. I don't think that they will buy into it after being Now, I don't know, because I've seen a lot of disrespectful stuff happen. I've seen a lot of disrespectful stuff said, done, being done right now. You're giving $51 million a month to migrants, illegal migrants in Chicago and other cities. And these are dollars that you refuse to give to the black community. And there's black folks that are absolutely beside themselves on this. That's a real argument. And that's happening in broad daylight. And I don't see anybody as upset about it because maybe because the right outfits haven't been talking about it. But those that have been here with us, y'all know I've been on this for 2 years. I've been talking about the differential and how they spending and how they doing things. I've been showing you videos, not hypotheticals, things that are actually happening in the black community in these cities that illegal migrants are coming to. Even in the city of Cincinnati, they're coming in now. But a lot of people don't like to talk about things if it don't affect them. I guess they got that I ain't trying to jinx myself ass attitude. Man, I ain't gonna talk about that shit. It ain't happening to me. You really don't care about black folks, because if it's happening to black folks in Chicago or New York or in Boston, let a kid get shot by the police in one of them cities and you'll turn all the way up. But when other shit happening to black folks in them cities, it ain't no big deal, man. They'll get over that shit. It's just a cold. Come on, man. For those that are new here, I want to say this to you. Thank you. Thanks for coming in, giving us a time. You may not like me, but I respect you and I like you. I love you, matter of fact. I'm just here to give a different point of view. I'm not here saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. All I'm saying is I just try to bring the funk a little bit different. I try to give us something else to think about, not just the mainstream things that they want you to think about. All I'm saying to you is I believe that local politics are more important than the federal. Now, I know the federal is important. Don't think that I'm discrediting or dropping the level of federal. I'm saying that your local is more important. We have a much higher and bigger voice locally than we do nationally. And when you win your local, that makes it easier to deal with the national. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1:00. Thanks for being here.
Y'all ready for this? And in comes the 2 to the 3 and 4. Then I drop the beat I have in store. Lay the lyrics on the top like a rug. Make it sound smooth and later make a dub. Enunciate well, so that you can tell I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit. Nothing like an idiot. Get it? You want the record? Cool, I'm with it. Let the rhythm take you, shake it cause it makes you. As I turn the knob to the door, you escape through. Going like a knot, don't be a pup. And I let it play cause Dre saying funky enough. Rasta. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Watch the smooth lyrics that take place. If you want another reason why it must be funky, yo, I am not a jackass, meaning not a donkey, so I will play the game like it should be played. Drop the funk and do the mix so the bass will never fade. Ship it to the station in your jurisdiction. Others say I'm dope and the others think I'm bitchin'. No crowd can avoid the D.O. to the C. When the P.E.O.R.I.M.I.N.G. on the stage. See, the simple fact is I am dope and known. I rock a funky beat without a chord, so here's my conclusion. You will enjoy the fusion, and I will ascend with the style that I am using. Knowing that it's tough, finished now a buff. I think I'll let it play, cause Dre's saying funky enough. Hip hop. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Dread make the funky hip hop music, so check it. Listen to the kick, popping with a click, and with no rehearsals, and dropping funky verses. Stupid with the bitch with the thing that you are relying on. You love it when it battles is the fact that I am buying on suckers. Never come close cause of knowing. There's no stopping the doc when I am flowing. But in the event someone would try to juice this, stop him in his tracks, show him that I am ruthless. I don't give a damn, don't think that I am joking, cause I don't think he is funny when you're messing with my money. And stupid tell me this, you're trying, you gotta stop him. But with no frills, rhyme and make sure I get mine. No static cause it's southern SMG to get my 9. But lessons have been word, now I get it on the front of this play. When the people say Trey, oh, you ain't funky enough. Rasta. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Deal with the D.O. to the C. I need a break so I can check around. See who the hell that is sitting down. I want all chairs off the floor. And if he stands to the wall, show him the door. And I'm picking the beat to give you something to rock to. I go non-stop, do not to look at the clock. You perceive, but can't believe you're being taken. By a beat so cool, you start shaking and shivering. Cause I'm delivering the answer. Haven't seen if you're a hell of a dancer. You tried saying, but it just won't work. Cause the beat is so rough, so tell me, tell it, don't be funky enough. Hip hop. Sing it with me. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Let's get funky, let's get funky. Dre, Dr. Dre, kick it. Na na na. Na na na. Na na na. Na na na. Let's get funky on the mix now, right? Let's get funky on the mix now, right? Let's get funky on the mix now, right? Let's get funky on the mix now. Hey, put it in the middle and drop it on the one, boy.